We're doing the. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it. I'll probably bite me in the ass, and my power will go out once while I'm playing this. Oh, good. Downloading an update. Good. Good timing. If I wasn't early, this update would have been finished. Let's play 10 minutes of... in preparation of that Persona 3 remake coming out. Here we go. Let's dance. I know how to please a crowd. I'll skip right to the final boss theme.
Persona 3, Dancing in Moonlight.
We could play the live concert. Do you think they'd like me showing that off? Absolutely. Everyone dressed like Velvet Room attendants. What the fuck?
Not clear.
I lost? God damn it. It's okay. This is what I would be doing waiting to start the stream anyway. This is why I'm always late. I'm just playing fucking anime dancing games. I actually am good at rhythm games that aren't this rhythm game. I'm sitting way too close to the screen for this one. It's okay, let's try again.
I'll enjoy this.
You have to play this game cross-eyed if you're gonna sit this close to your screen.
Not done yet.
I'll crank it up to max difficulty and show you just how good I am. Don't forget, I beat Gitaru, man.
Not bad, huh? Good. How's that?
Don't stop now!
Not done yet. Good. Not bad, no? Not done yet. Not bad, no? Good. This is my everything. How's that?
You can do it!
Not done yet. Not bad, no? Good. How's that? Not done yet. Not bad, no?
You're on fire!
Not done yet. Good. Not bad, no?
That's great! Keep it up!
Fever time start!
Good as the word. Good indeed.
Don't stop.
This is incredible.
I'm starting to get fired up here.
Seems like you're really enjoying this, Akihiko-senpai.
Keep it up. That was a strong finish, Mitsui-senpai.
Thank you. My hat goes off to you as always.
They're perfectly synced.
That was a wonderful time. Thank you. Not done yet. Not bad, no?
Keep pushing yourself.
Stage clear.
I've covered the basics. Time to strive higher.
That was a superb dance. Looking forward to the next one.
You think that update's done yet? I just spilled my monster trying to open it one-handed. 3 minutes left. God, alright. Well, one more song. I got a brilliant on this. Wait, because it's like 5 stars difficulty. Why does it jump from 5 stars to like 50 when you go up 1 difficulty? Let's burn our dread. Oh, you want me to try? Okay, you know what? We'll go up to all night. I totally got this. Oh, this is fucked.
Not clear.
Oh, I didn't mean to retry. It's bad enough doing two at the same time. Two at the same time on opposite buttons. Alright, let's do the live concert. Look how many people showed up to this fucking concert to listen to video game music. Does this count as an FMV game?
Brilliant!
Yeah, baby. Alright, game's done updating. Remember Guitar Hero Live? That was a FMV game. The DLC is out. Echoes of the Fallen is now available for purchase. This DLC includes the following: A whole new quest line separate from the main scenario, new characters to meet, and new areas to explore, new weapons and gear. 2 redeemable bonus items. Buster Sword, of course. Away, 1987, orchestrion roll. The DLC also increases Clive's level cap by 5 for all gameplay modes. Story-focused mode, level 50 to level 55, as well as action-focused. Final Fantasy mode, whatever that is, maxes your level up to 105. What the hell is Final Fantasy mode? Congratulations, good job beating Final Fantasy 16. Here is the game remade
Is that the thing too?
as an NES turn-based RPG.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Yeah, we were helping Mid do some construction of something that may turn out to be an airship. I really hope it turns out to be an airship, because her father was Sid. The Sloth from Ice Age. On a lack lived a queen and goblins 3, but he'd not did the goblins their queen, and so full of wrath did she banish them to shore, where they supped on mud till their lips turned black, and they begged to return, and good of heart the queen she did take them back. Oh god, you need to learn how to spell. Whoever wrote that.
I knew it was a good idea to have editors study alongside the children. It's really stoked their competitive spirit.
Wish I could take one of our birds for a ride.
You will, one day.
How do I get down to that quest? Oh, it's Mid's, it's in Mid's area. Probably. Maybe. Yeah, here we go.
Well, that's it then. Here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bung in a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
Okay.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. Alright. Why not?
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief.
Great.
Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
Great.
I take it that's where I come in.
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day.
Great.
Myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame isn't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand...
Alright. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you kindly. And good hunting, eh?
Great. Is that the only side quest around here? Also, Weird Science. I know a film with the same title, I'm pretty sure. It's like a weird sex pervert movie. Treatment diary. Today Clive visited the infirmary to have me dress a laceration on his left forearm. I cleaned and stitched the wound and instructed him to rest the arm so that it could heal, but not an hour later he was leaving on another mission. This must be the 100th time he's disobeyed my instructions. The next time he comes to me for treatment, I'm tying him to the bed. That's kinky.
It was good of you to help Mid. And it made a nice change for me as well. There's only so many boils a girl can lance before she gets sick of it.
Bomb King, a cursebreaker aiming for the Imperial chase, took a wrong turn into a nearby wood, within which she discovered the ruins of a fallen airship, and within them a beast akin to a great ball of fire that chased her screaming from the grove. The soldier later identified the creature in an almanac of echoes, but was firm in her insistence that the bomb she saw was near 10 times the size of the one depicted therein. The Imperial chase. Alright, and located the Croc, Sanbreck. Perfect. Anything else to look into while I'm here? Something at our reading table.
They told me she was building a ship.
I don't know where Sid gets the energy.
You know, I think the patch fixed the game's performance a bit around the airship. Nothing that anyone else would notice, but... Oh, we got a few quests through our reading table. I was thumbing through the hideaway ledgers at Otto's behest and might have come across something that might need your attention. Maybe. And by that I mean immediately. You know where I'll be.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
Somebody's laundering funds. Something ain't right with that hound of yours. When it pleases your lordship, come pay me a visit at the toll.
What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
Cheers for your help dragging Blackthorn out of the dumps the other day. Thing is, I reckon he's gone and thrown himself back in, judging by the droop of his jowls lately. So I'm thinking maybe it weren't just the leather that, what was on his mind. Maybe there's other demons jabbing their pitchforks into his privates. I know you're a busy bloke, but next time you find yourself free, maybe we could go and ask the old bastard what's got him so hot and bothered. Assuming it ain't just the forge.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
That's an interesting way to write "the pen is mightier." Hey, Evil, you want to join my pen club? You can be pen 15.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgor?
So you can read. Congratulations. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at 'em. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it he said he was? A frost wolf?
He needs to go somewhere cold.
To think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Alright. What's wrong with my dog?
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgor. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
Okay. Guess we're off to hunt lots of things. Alright, let's speak to Blackthorn real quick.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, and you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, he's got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me, the edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
A katana?
So that's what's troubling you.
No. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome, and we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
You gotta fold your steel, dude.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric, if you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
Yay.
Is that the thing Tomes had?
I'm so excited I could just skip.
Told me she was building a ship.
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto might be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the Hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it's maybe my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. Zero, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's going to take some time, and I'm going to need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the Hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
Good luck, dude.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Alright, and with that, I think we are good to get out. I can't go anywhere right now. I guess I have to continue the main quest for the moment. Can I go wherever I want now?
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
Great, I just had to do that, and now I'm free to travel again. So, somewhere here, in this area, there was that bomb I have to hunt. I think I want to start with that if I can. The Imperial Chase is here, which is somewhere I've not been yet, but that's probably where we should start our search. King Bomb.
Come on.
All right. What's going on in here? I see houses. Or a house.
No need to ride from here.
I don't see a bomb. Hold on. Man, this game has great looking forests. What's that?
What we have here? Greetings, Your Majesty.
Ow. Walked right into that.
That's better.
What the fuck? Yeah, how do you like that?
Stop.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more.
Ashes to ashes.
That should do it. If a wine needs more than this, he can fetch it himself.
Alright, that takes care of that. There is stuff to do here. Yeah, we have to go pay the dame. She runs the whorehouse.
How the hell is anyone?
Did you hear?
I want.
What am I gonna do without Sweetwater?
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion. Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that.
Well, that was cool. Okay, now we need to go to the inn in the town that crucified Vivi, which is here.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
A star, Ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to sell your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again?
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the Hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the Hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do. Go will want to know the stones were delivered, if he's still with us.
Alright. Now I need to go kill some antelopes. First, let me stock up on potions.
How do?
Much obliged.
Thank you for sticking with us.
But the Empire have... I love Martha like a sister.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
Ew. Leave me alone, spiders. I've dealt with enough spiders lately. Five-hole gill.
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place.
Elder
We'll
antelope.
find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal?
Let's start with the non-elder. No, they're all elder antelopes. Oh, they're all related to that quest at least.
Now. Will it be enough, I wonder?
Bone.
I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Get it, boy.
Wonderful. All right. With that, I think we're ready to turn all of those in. Wait, what's here? Something here. Oh, it's only showing 3 of my quests at the moment. The Blacksmith quest is here. Alright, fine. Let's go do that. Go do that so I can turn it all in at once and get a giant boost of dopamine.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
Right. Somewhere we're looking for an eccentric dude with a sword.
It's gone. The whole mother crystal gone. What are we gonna do? Calm.
My reputation will be ruined. Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
On the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He's been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamil is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Okay. That place sounds fun. I've already been up there too.
Ready, go?
It takes its time, especially in the beginning, but this game opens up quite a bit, especially where I am in it now.
Straight home now.
I think I found our thieves. They got a heavy.
We got company. Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off.
Ow.
This must be Ignac's luggage.
There's an awful lot of
Seems
it.
to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Delamel.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
Are there many other collectors out there?
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield, and is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern, may our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
Alright, now we should be good to go back. No, we shouldn't. Oh wait, no, this is the new area with a new quest. Alright, we'll go there after we turn all these in.
Is that the thing Tomes held?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
I really want to see what Mid builds.
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
Turns out we have to give the stone to Karen too.
I don't know where Sid gets the energy.
Lady Karen, Goat tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not. Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used, either out of habit, or because the filthy sod couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... oh, forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. I love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather goat were at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Surprising amount of story for a side quest. Did not expect that. Sid's goblet. According to Otto, Sid never once washed his goblet, despite using it every day for both wine and small beer. Okay, it's just a treasure for our chambers. At first I thought it was like an equipable accessory.
Mick told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes?
Alright. Next I'm going to turn in the blacksmith quest, because I want to see what he makes out of it.
Sorry for the wait. But hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
A whetstone?
Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, Sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one, August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
Excalibur design draft. A diagram detailing the steps to forge a sword to rival that of a legendary king. Necessary for crafting the sword Excalibur. Okay. I guess we're just gonna make Excalibur.
St. Fordian, dear.
Yeah, it's it takes 2 hunt items, which I already have because I do the hunts, and okay. What's my current blade at? It's gonna increase my attack by 18 and my stagger by 33.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Huh.
Anything else?
And there it is. Well, we got ourselves Excalibur. Just like that.
Wish I could take one.
It's a cool looking sword.
All right there, Sid? How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the Alembic bubbling away for a good old while.
Hello, Sky.
You're a
Welcome.
gent, Sid. Let nothing say otherwise. Right then. Let's get this contraption up and running.
Of course it does, because I forgot to change it. Oh god. This entire time.
The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Should be fixed now. There's a story attached to that.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that, huh?
What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest leather supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well, it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
That's the spirit. Leave it with me. I'll only be a mo.
Huh. Didn't expect that kind of an upgrade.
Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
You think it would work the same if we rubbed it on somebody's asshole? So, let me tell you why the category was wrong. When I went to start the stream today, I started early, and apparently because I started early for the first time ever, Final Fantasy XVI was downloading an update that wasn't finished, that would have been finished if I hadn't started early. So while waiting for the update, we played some Persona 3, dancing. And then I forgot to
Told me she was building a ship.
change the category for 2 hours and about 15 minutes. 1 hour and 15 minutes. God, I can do math. I started at just a little after 3, so I'd say about an hour and 15 minutes or so.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
I got Excalibur.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
You can, aye. I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
And I believe that is all of the side questing I can do at the moment. Well, actually no, because there's a side quest available in the new area.
told me she was building a ship.
Just gonna check the hunt board real quick. Yeah, all that's left is this S tier hunt that we don't know the location of. Rosarian Ruins. I wonder how strong that thing is. Where are these Rosarian Ruins? Hmm. Whoops. Maybe it's just something I can't do right now? No, wrong button. Fuck. I can? Okay. Then I want to try. I'm just trying to remember what the Rosarian Ruins may refer to. This area?
Come on.
Oh, fine. I'll kill the bees. Well, I doubt it's here.
What survivors Brother Wade found in Rosalith were brought here.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm gonna read the thing one more time.
Is that the thing too?
They told me she was building a ship.
I'm gonna have to just run all over Rosaria.
Damn bandits. You'll regret coming here.
Well, that was certainly a gate I just walked through. Alright, cool. Nothing up here. We're gonna just run around Rosaria until something kills us.
Run like the wind.
Back to the stables, girl.
You're thinking of a coil head. No, su casa, mi casa. Alright. This is only going to take the rest of the stream. You're right. That means very little. I don't remember music from Little Mermaid. I never really liked the Little Mermaid. Yep. And as far as I can tell, they're not actually canonically breaking into song.
No need to ride from here.
Meant to be interpretive. In my memory of Disney movies I've seen, which isn't very many, there's only one instance I can think of where a character asks why they keep breaking into music, and that would be Flynn Rider in Tangled. I haven't seen it since it came out, but I remember liking it well enough for a Disney movie. This was before... This is before we had grown culturally tired of all Disney movies having that 3D CG look. You know, pre-Frozen. Yeah, I liked Tangled well enough. It was just a fun play on the Rapunzel story. I think I liked Tangled, though, because I liked Flynn. Hey, are you the thing that's gonna kill me? Found him. Level 45?
It seems this one has a little more life left in it. All right then.
Alright, I have a distinct impression that Titan Block will be very useful. Yeah, you know what? Enchanted is a Disney movie I actually like, if I'm thinking of the right movie. That's the one where it starts out animated and then we switch to live action. Yeah, I actually like that one. I haven't seen it since I was a kid. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you and your big attacks. Got him. I just jumped 2 levels.
Glad to sleep with you.
I fucking second tried that guy. And he was 10 levels ahead of me. Not to mention a hunt.
Is that the thing Toes had?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
How may I help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised?
The goddess Grieger teaches us that to walk with the wretched is an act of greater good. If we are to accept this truth, then one could not rightly call he who follows this path an outlaw.
You earned this.
Looks like there's one more donation to get, unless more become available.
How are you doing? Anything catch your eye? Think you can help?
Alright, sweet. That was a really fucking fun fight.
Well, don't just stand there gawping. Going purse weighing you down. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. Finished, are you?
New stuff to do in my room real quick. Then we'll continue the main story for a bit.
He cracked the crystal too.
A jelly shipment? For the assholes? I'll have you know, I ain't never shed a tear in front of no one. Not even my mother. You won't soon catch me doing like the like again. So if it please your lordship, we can both forget about the whole damn thing. The Sid I chose to follow all them years ago is gone, and there ain't no dragging him back from the depths of whatever hell he's talked his way into. But his legacy, that lives on. In you and everyone else here at the Hideaway. Sure as the sky is blue. At least I think it's still blue. And as long as it is, I'll be right here where you can count on me. Alright, that's everything for now. Oh, apparently that DLC is out already. That DLC, which adds a new... It popped up a notification at the beginning of the stream here. It's a new explorable areas, new monsters, new characters to meet. Hello, Neo. Good afternoon. How's it doing? You just missed probably one of the most badass fights I've ever participated in. I beat an enemy. I beat a hunt 10 levels ahead of me. Second try.
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars. Till the Republic laid a new road
Wait, you
wide
didn't
enough to
miss
let
it?
Wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
Oh, shit. Well, rarely do I get to show off my true gamer skills, but I hope that was as impressive as I want it to be.
Time to fight.
Please go and watch me fight that giant. And then tell me what you think. Because, God, I felt like I did a pretty damn good job.
So what do you think? That we... Really? It's as bad as that?
Oh, aye.
Bald.
There's trouble up ahead. And too much of it for us to handle.
I take it there's danger on the road.
Oh, what about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task?
Well, no doubt. Assuming he's willing to hear us out. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. You seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker, but I know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. What do you say? Will you help us out? Chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll pocket a reward for your troubles.
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them anyway.
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
We're lucky you came along. Now, hoping to make a heavy purse in Bocklad, our merchant friend loaded his cart with as much as it would carry. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're seeing to those bandits, you keep your eyes open.
All right. Just don't expect me to drag the cart out of there myself.
No. You can leave the cart to us. You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction. You do that, we'll take care of the rest.
Get cart. Get shart. Let's do it.
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits.
Alright, I'll focus on the fucking big guy.
Let's try. That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart?
Oh. Yeah, giving me Titan block, like, I'm sure a lot of the skills, if you're good with them, can make the game feel, you know, like butter in your hands. That's definitely the expression. It's, Titan block for me is like messy. I think the expression I was going for was like clay in your hands, like putty. There we go.
Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we've found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about. Here. It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again next time?
You know the expression like putty in your hands?
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold at least.
It's like, you know,
Path continues on the other side.
you have so much control over something, you basically shape it to your will. That's Titan's block for me. Like, Titan's block gives me that level of control over this game. So, when I'm using Titan's block, and I'm actually focused, the game's like butter in my hands. That would be M&M's. I do exist. What do you mean? Oh. Oh. Wow, that was a deep cut, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, no. I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen it myself on television when I was a lad. Niagara Falls!
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes.
Well, those falls kind of look like they weren't there before that battle.
Those depths. Perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominance and bearers.
Are you talking about the weapons of the giant I slayed?
I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
Meanwhile, seat of the Imperial Court. Audience chamber.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task.
Those look like Rafflasias.
There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Grieger, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sambrek.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only.
Yeah?
Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sambrek, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue.
I don't know, but me and Dion, me and Dijon Mustard over here should get along pretty well.
You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
Our collective stepmom has ruined our lives.
Come, your radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
Isn't this lady just Clive's stepmother? Or is she his biological mother?
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.
Hold on, I'm gonna recap for myself. See, if I remembered correctly, she... You know what? Hold on. What's her fucking name? No, I guess so. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, our mother has become Dijon Mustard's stepmother. Not brother-in-law. I guess brother-in-law, but like not because of marriage. I guess no, I guess you're right. But it's like a weird brother-in-law Because usually your brother-in-law is like the brother of the person you married. You know, it's the medieval ages. The last thing I'm worried about is dating someone I'm related to. Yeah, no, I think you're right. It would be brother-in-law, but it's like a not your typical brother-in-law. Your half-stepbrother. Ooh, that's a good line, Neo. Thank you.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well-trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end.
So she is Clive's biological mother, which means that her children, biological or adopted, are Clive's step-siblings. / half-siblings. One of them is his half-sibling and one is just his step-sibling. But considering Clive has been disowned by his mother, the only connection to her is the biological connection, and thus he has no connection to Dion. Just his half-brother. It's just a coincidence that his mother is now Dion's stepmother. I think this is truly the meaning of brother from another mother.
And they're all making for the crystalline Dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
Celine Dion. We don't have to talk about Celine Dion.
There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
I bet you real-life medieval family trees are even more confusing.
I must leave. Bloody cruising caravans, scooping up all the best customers. Leave some for the rest of us.
What's funny is somewhere out there, I've got a half-brother and 2 half-sisters.
We'd be rich.
Clive and I have some familial similarities. Just my mom didn't kill my dad.
Well met.
Could buy this just to have it. I'm not gonna equip it. I've already got Excalibur. The worst filler episode of an anime I've ever seen in my life.
Farewell.
You know it. You know it. You want to talk about bad filler in anime?
Come one, come all, feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any.
So, like I said, stepbrother.
They are more than welcome to look.
We say brother-in-law sounds right, kind of, but at the same time not. But stepbrother doesn't sound much better.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the Crystalline Dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
It looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Good, shall we?
I suppose you know, after all of this conversation, I might as well go watch the movie Step Brothers.
Must be around here somewhere.
I'll take the large one.
An excellent.
I've never seen it either. I've seen parts of it here and there. Also, Neo, that Excalibur episode of Soul Eater, seriously, that episode is an example of how to waste 24-ish minutes of your life. God, if you want an example of a bad filler episode, that is the prime example. Not only is it a fucking filler episode that doesn't progress anything, it's not even fun. It's annoying. I'll take a beach episode any day, but that fucking episode?
Oh, Good. There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will you?
Slow down, Good. Just tell us what happened.
It's betrayed us, Pass. It's gone. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping checkpoint.
Do you remember when you last saw it?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me and...
Nope, you're thinking of the right episode.
You don't think that they might have nicked it, do you?
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like this is prime territory for pickpockets.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child. Where would we even start?
I know where! I've got a pal in Bocklad who might be able to help us. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way. Sign's got a red chocobo on it.
No time like the present.
You two go on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure no one else is missing.
All right. We'll meet you there.
You could skip that episode, you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know you skipped an episode.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
Stops next. Jug of snake spit for the ride.
Snake spit. Nah, dude.
Peaches and pears. Out of my sight, wretch.
I've seen... oh, God. I dropped Soul Eater on its second half because I just... For something about the pacing of the second half didn't agree with me. I loved the first half of it just fine. Although I've heard that the pacing in the manga is far better.
As someone who is unaware of the vital role that singing has played in the cultural history of mankind, you are in no position to question me. Remember that the next time you stop to consider your place in this world. You do not possess the power to deny a singer his song. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Yeah.
Then I shall begin. Here we go. Excalibur, Excalibur. From the United Kingdom, I'm looking for heaven. I'm going to California. Excalibur, 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 Excalibur. From the United Kingdom, I'm looking for heaven. I'm going to California. Excalibur, Excalibur, Excalibur. Excalibur.
Please. How long is this torture going to last?
I didn't show that for reasons because they'll complain. But that you loop that for about 24 minutes, and that's more or less the episode.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Who are you?
Wait! Don't go, El! He's me mate!
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Bocklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain. Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goots' pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants, which is why we've decided to take a stand. Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass back, and we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and two birds shall be slain with a single stone.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion goods?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait. But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
All right. We'll help.
Thank you kindly. But I don't know your name. Eloise at your service.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business with you, Clive. The proprietor of the furniture makers by the coach stop is spearheading the search. Wear that, and he will know you for a friend. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers. Understood.
Okay. You know, I'm honestly surprised how many towns are in this game. There's more towns in this game than I expected.
Let me carry your goods.
Peaches and pears.
And like the size of the game, the further I get into it, the expanse of the explorable areas.
Juicy pears.
Are you the furniture maker?
Looking for something in particular? Ah, Eloise collared you too, eh? Then I expect you want to know more.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets. What have you learned?
Well, they're picking
For one,
pockets.
that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest packs. Harder to watch your back, see? And less chance of the mark giving chase if they're spotted. Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps know every inch of this warren like the backs of their hands.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goots.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved. You should go and have a word with her.
Thank you. We will.
Fishmonger.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion.
Fish for sale! Fresh sorted and smoked! Can I interest you in... Ah, sorry. Message from Eloise, is it?
She's asked me to help her. To help you find the pickpockets.
Is that so? Suppose I better tell you what I know, then. For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty, dressed in rags. Street urchins, by the sound of it. We get a lot around here.
Street
Orphans from the
rats.
wars. A few, perhaps. You saw the refugees gathered by the entranceway? They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond. Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves of unwanted baggage.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're the ones involved, but they might have heard something.
It's worth a try.
All right then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
To the Dominion.
I'm Will Smith, and now I'm blue, using worse CG than Doctor Who.
Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask you something?
Can't stop you.
I was just wondering if anyone has asked you to do anything out of the ordinary recently.
Anything you grown-ups ever ask us to do is shut up and go away. So guess what I'm about to tell you to do?
Sorry. I'll leave you alone.
All right.
Taste my peaches. They're sweet as
I just remember when half the people coming through here were traders.
You should come with me to the Dominion.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
I don't know. Nobody's asked me. What's picking pockets? Do you get paid for it?
No, you get in trouble for it. So if they come calling, you know what to tell them.
Very good, Clive.
I'll take the large one.
Who wants to taste my peach?
finest earthenware from the free city.
Caravan stops next. Jug of snake spit for the...
Excuse me?
Quite the brow on this girl.
I don't
Christ.
have any money. It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We just want to talk.
What about?
We've heard that some very bad people are making children like you steal from travelers. We need to know who's behind it so we can stop them.
I don't know much about it, really.
Oh, she's like a baby
My
Klingon.
friend, Hansa, he said he got a job doing something dangerous.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him and ask.
Do you know where your friend might be?
He's usually by the tents outside town.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Or that other Star Trek race with the forever furrowed brow. I don't remember their name, but one's a main character in Deep Space Nine.
Let me carry your goods. Water for hire.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
Daddy!
That big fat donkey was easy pickings. He wouldn't have noticed if we'd robbed his boots off him.
Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our guts.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now.
Hey, no swearing.
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was Hansa, eh?
Bajoran was what I was thinking of.
You watch these two. I'm going after him.
All right.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do.
Daddy!
Bajorans have that forever furrowed brow, even more than Klingons do, I think.
Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back there towards the Chocobo pen, but...
Thank you.
If you want to say Clive with Uwu speak, you have to say Quive. Not Clivwe.
Shit. Cornered.
Stop swearing.
It's all right, Hansa. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
Called themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me a good gill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Hamza.
You found him then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him! I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. I gave it to the Carstones. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their gil, me and my mates would have starved.
Looks like trouble might have found us. I have Excalibur.
You will not force another child.
Oh no, it's a misunderstanding.
Wait, we're not.
Don't hurt him.
Can I punch him in the throat?
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are.
This guy's outfit looks
That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo?
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Did Sid have a son? Dude, you need to eat some glass.
Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
Damn.
And why would she? I'm just a back and a blade.
Never mind. I got ahead of myself. He does have a, you know, enough of a resemblance
Sorry about before.
to Sid, though.
What do you know of the cast stones?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gil and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared.
Look at the knob on his sword.
Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends
You open any doors with that thing?
some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
I like how the quest is called to catch a thief. Can we sit down with him and have a conversation? Now why don't you just have a seat? Sky, I was wondering, you feel up for a movie tonight? Okay. In that case, I'm going to save this here. And we will resume this soon. But this has been a lot of fun. Made a good... just a little... right around 3 hours of progress. I like this area. This circle is so perfect, I don't think it was created naturally. Also, I've been living dangerously. I haven't saved once. Well, I guess the game probably auto-saves, right? But, I haven't saved once, and today was a day where I could have lost power. 60% through the main scenario. Man, I'm gonna have to crank if I want to finish this before the year is out. I will be doing the DLC too. I'm not gonna worry about if I do it before the year's over or not, though. Me too. I love this game. I love the characters, the music. the story is interesting. Like 16 may be, actually I don't think there's any question to it. 16 is probably, why do I keep using maybes? 16 is like the strongest Final Fantasy ever made. As far as world building, character writing, music, visuals, all of it. As much as I love 7, I love 7 for nostalgia, cheese, and I like the quasi-modern setting with some futuristic tech. But all in all, 16's doing a good job making me enjoy a game set in a fantasy medieval setting. So, hats off to them. Anyway, I will be back tomorrow. Not sure when. And I know I've talked about this before. I don't lean into fantasy medieval much because it's just not my favorite. I don't outright hate it. But you got to do something, you got to make it your own if you want me to enjoy it. Lord of the Rings is like a small exception to that. Lord of the Rings has a lot of typical fantasy stuff in it, but the movies at least are fun to watch. And the story is enjoyable. Anyway, that's going to be it for tonight. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will be back tomorrow. Stay excellent.